Beta-carotene doesn't really make you drowsy. And we want to see if the proportions for insomnia are the same for all of these. So what am I going to do? Go stick this in your calculator. But if I were doing this by hand and I wanted an expected count, this is what I would do. Let's do some of these so that you can get a hang of this. Expected count for the insomnia problem. So for the first cell right here, Allegra and insomnia would be row total. So what's my row total here? Let's find the totals. 15 and 3, 18, 19, 20, 21. And here I have 37 and 17 is 54 and 5, 59. And the total would be 80.
I can't see the rest of the table.
I'm sorry. Better?
Yeah.
So let's go find some expectation. So Allegra and insomnia, meaning this cell right here, the first cell, the expected count would be 21, which is the row total, divided by the grand total of 80, and times by the column total, which is 20. 21 over 80 times 20. And the one below it, which is no insomnia, would be that row total, which is 59, divided by grand total 80, times 20. And for the next cell, the expected count would be 21 over 80 times the new column total, but that happens to also be 20. And this one would be 59 over 80 times 20. And then lastly, 21 over 80 times 40, because the new column total is 40. And this one would be 59 over 80 times 40. Row total, grand total, column total. And that's how I would get my expected counts if I was forced to do it by hand. Right? I don't want it to be so sloppy and ridiculous that you're just sticking it in the calculator without understanding. So let's finish up this problem. Let's go put this in our calculator. So second matrix, edit, A. This is also a 2 by 3 matrix, 2 by 3. Let's put in our numbers for the observed counts, which I should label properly. Observed counts. So I have 3, 15, and 3 going across. 3, 15, 3, and 17, 5, 37. 17, 5, 37. Stat, test, chi-square test. Just hit enter, enter, and calculate. Chi-square test statistic is 33. So chi-square naught is equal to 33.12. And this is done at 2 degrees of freedom. Chi-square at 2 degrees of freedom. Let's say alpha is 0.01. I made that up. Put the whole alpha in the right tail. Go and drop this 33 number here. I better find the critical value and not take anything for granted. So let me do 0.01 and 2 degrees of freedom. 0.01, 2 degrees of freedom, the critical value is 9.21. And the test statistic is 33. 0.12. So I'm in the rejection region, so reject H naught, which said that all probabilities of insomnia for the 3 drugs are the same. Obviously, they're not the same. Let me show you why. Claritin has a 3 out of 40 rate of insomnia, whereas Zyrtec has a 15 out of 20 rate of insomnia. So it's pretty obvious to see from the table that the probability of insomnia is not the same. Which drug are you going to take if you don't want to be sleepy? Claritin, right. And you're not going to take Zyrtec. Zyrtec makes adults sleepy and children not sleepy. Did you know that? But anyway, so yeah, the probabilities of insomnia are clearly not the same for all the drugs. And that's what my chi-square test showed me. Are you with me? Okay, so for Wednesday, this room is not available.